Where you going? Alrighty, guys. Welcome to episode 3 of the podcast.
Whoa,
where today, it's Lou's turn.
Why are you doing
Lou's
this?
turn to pick a topic.
Why are you?
He's got the hot seat today, and I'm going to say, Alexa, please add 1 hour to the timer.
You have no active timers, so I'll start 1 hour, starting now.
Thank you.
That's what we wanted, Alexa.
Thank you, Alexa. All right, that's my producer, Alexa. She got a problem.
Why are you starting? This is my episode.
All right, go ahead, man. You let me know what you got to tell me today.
Okay, well, first off, I think we should explain to the audience what we're actually doing. Because we kind of just left that out of the whole thing and just jumped right into it.
Since it's your podcast now, do you want to do it?
I will explain it.
All right, please.
So basically, as the 2 podcasts have gone, we'll switch hosts. So obviously, I started out, me being Louis, and then it switches to Devin, the next podcast, and it switches back. And each time we host, we come in with a topic. So that topic can range from anything that we find interesting, and it's mainly just a jumping point to wherever we feel like going or wherever our tangents come.
Wherever this hellhole or shit show takes us.
Yeah, wherever they go after
and
that.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah. But I would like to say I think we should start off a little bit more casual from now on.
Alrighty.
So how have you been? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a little while. What's it been? A couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks. I've been all right. Got some dentist work done. I'm doing all right.
Oh yeah, your teeth are falling out.
Something like that.
I don't know how you have worse teeth than me.
I got my makeup on tonight. I'm all good. I powdered this morning. I
do have the face for radio.
I do. I have a radio face, not the body. That's why I can't be on television. That's why I'm here doing a podcast.
Yeah.
How have you? How have you been doing? You been doing all right?
I'm good. What is in that glass?
What are you drinking today?
Some. What is this? Chocolate raspberry.
Chocolate raspberry wine.
Yeah, and there's some. What did you put in here?
It's the same thing I got. It's the little. It's
what is
the coolers. They're coolers.
They're coolers.
They're like whiskey coolers.
Oh.
It's like ice cubes that aren't ice cubes.
Okay, because I can't see through this. For everyone obviously listening, it looks like chocolate milk. And it's wine.
Does it taste good?
It tasted pretty good so far.
All right, cool.
But I can't see through it, so I just heard like a clink in my glass. I'm like, what did you put in there?
I got the roofies. I got the infamous Sprite and Coke that you said was a terrible fucking idea. That'll be my drink for the night.
I'd like to say you said, what would you say, raspberry Sprite or the fucking cherry Sprite?
I think cherry Sprite would have been a really good idea.
I feel like cherry Sprite's basically Coke.
I can't. I don't really drink Sprite that much, so I can't really talk for that. But with this, with Jack Daniels, I'd say cherry Sprite would be so much better.
If the cherry Sprite would be better, do you think the Dr. Pepper would be good?
No, I didn't do that last time.
No, you had Coke because you've only got Diet Coke and a Sprite in there.
Yeah.
We should try the.
I'll try that next
Dr.
time.
Pepper.
We'll just do a bunch of different sodas in
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels and see what tastes
Jack
the best,
Daniels.
and we'll go from there. And then once we run out of sodas for that, we'll just get a different whiskey or something.
Different fucking alcohols.
We'll go vodka.
We'll go from Smirnoff. Tequila.
What would go good with Smirnoff?
I don't know.
I mean,
something
acidic, like they do orange juice and shit like that.
Yeah, because that's
a soda.
Like vodkas.
But like, what about a soda? You think
a soda for a vodka?
Maybe. I don't know.
That might be horrible.
Maybe it'd be worth a try though.
I know.
It'd be worth a try. Better than the coffee we talked about a little while back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we make any money on that yet?
We have to have we are nowhere close to that.
Ketchup coffee.
Yeah, that is not going to happen for a little while. We'll get there though if everybody keeps doing what they're doing, man.
If we form a community, they're going to have to remind us of that.
Yeah, probably because it's probably going to be years from now.
Yeah, it's going to be if not months, it's going to be years.
I hope so. One day. So, all right. It's your turn to pick a topic this week.
It is. I have so many I want to talk about, but I'm trying to think about what would make me the interesting host.
Oh yeah, I won that, by the way.
Fuck you.
Just so you know, it was 100% me.
It was rigged.
And I also want to bring up, guys, the podcast from last week. It is 50-50 porn and art. You got to go back and check that out.
Oh yeah, the first podcast is
the second one. The second one.
No, that was the first one, wasn't it?
No, it's the second episode. Dating apps.
Yeah.
Porn and art.
Oh yeah,
go
we started
back,
talking about that. Yeah.
Go back, check that out. Give it a vote. I'm telling you, we got to know which one. We can't have a 50-50 because Frida will hate me, and then we'll have to redo the poll. So
well, that pulls over, isn't it?
No,
or is that? Oh no, because that's the second one. So
that goes till next week, right?
Does it?
I think so.
I can't remember how long we said it for.
You did it.
I can't remember.
I don't know. So the way it works is I have no idea what this topic is.
Yeah, we keep it a secret.
We keep it a secret from each other, and then the night of, that is when the topic comes out.
My word of the day is also kept secret.
Yeah, we'll get to that word of the day shit, man.
Dude, fuck you. I enjoy it so much.
I actually had a few people comment on that. And
what? They didn't like it?
No. It's not that they didn't like it. It's the words are fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
No, I get that.
Really
I get it, but
words.
they're like crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess it's pretty cool. It's pretty alright.
Well, I don't know, because I'm thinking about it, because that's my thing of being an author, which, again, that's kind of weird saying.
Yeah, you're
But
an author.
I know I'm an author.
Yeah, first book published.
Yeah, I wrote a book.
Wow, we're
I
gonna have
know.
to promote that one day.
Well, I mean, you write one book. I mean,
if you want to
are
sponsor,
an author.
if you want to sponsor the podcast, we'll be able to put a segment in for
my
your
book, I
Yeah.
haven't made any money yet.
Well, but you need
I don't
sales.
worry,
You need sales.
I do need sales. The whole
We're looking for
was
a
it
sponsor.
16 people.
Yeah, 16 plays, man. We're doing pretty all right. We need 100 to get monetized.
I think it was just you over and over again on multiple.
No,
occasions.
it was not. It can't. I tried it. It didn't work.
It doesn't work?
It doesn't work. It has to be one person plays each one.
That used to be an old thing you could do back in like the old days of YouTube. You could have like multiple accounts and just like spam videos.
You could do it with multiple accounts,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I
no,
don't-
because you could also like if you just like people would spam F5 because that refreshes the web page,
Oh, and it would just-
and that would count as a view.
yeah.
But that quickly got shut down.
That's why
That
I'm
was,
telling
years
you,
ago.
you got to make a Spotify and re-listen to the podcast, even if you listen to like a minute or two of it.
I think
it's
I
good.
do have a Spotify because I listen to like Joe Rogan and other
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Joe's good podcast.
Good
Very
podcast.
We need
Great
interesting people. We
podcast.
need interesting people like that.
Well, I mean that's his whole thing is that he listens to other people interesting, but this is just like me and you. We can have guests.
Yeah, no, and I do plan on having guests actually in the future, and I think that'll be a pretty cool thing, and maybe we'll talk about that later on. But
Well, you said supposedly we're supposed to get a drunk guest that might show up.
somebody might show up, and he's a good time. He's an all right time.
We could see him through the window. Oh god, that fucking wine.
On the air, we need it on the air for the window.
We do. I can move this lamp over there.
Yeah, that 2 lamps means we're playing it. 1 lamp means we're not playing.
Like the
Yeah.
British are coming.
Yeah, they're coming.
2 by river, 1 by land.
yeah. So, what's this topic?
So this topic, I think this would be interesting. Have you heard of cryptids?
Are they? Are those you own the link? Am I anywhere near?
No, you're talking about crypto.
Yeah, no. Crypto is like the currency,
Yeah.
but it's nowhere near. That.
Oh no, you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The fucking.
It doesn't matter.
Shit, I'm having a brain fart.
That's okay. It doesn't.
I know.
matter.
It's
Anyway.
gonna come to me randomly. In the
Anyway,
fucking
yeah,
podcast.
that's fine, and blurt it out when it does. That's
Yeah.
fine. But so what is this?
So cryptids are like things like the fucking surreal, like Bigfoot. Like Bigfoot would be a cryptid. Shadow people, like fucking like ghost hunting and shit, like ghosts.
I've heard about them, obviously.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was the name.
yeah, they're called cryptids,
Okay.
and there's a whole study on it. It's called cryptozoology.
What?
Yeah, it's really fucking weird.
So
I think they're kind of interesting though.
my idea for next week.
Oh, Mothman.
Next podcast was kind of along the lines of this, and I guess I'll have to pick something different. But
Was it?
it kind
I'll
of,
beat you to the point. This
kinda
is probably
was.
going to happen a lot.
yeah, I'm sure.
We
yeah.
think too much alike.
I know, but so Bigfoot you want to talk about? Like,
Not
I don't
big-
understand.
Well,
like,
no, because there's multiple different cryptids. Like there's Mothman.
like does the back rooms count kind of thing?
Yeah. Well, that's
a
an SCP.
Oh, it's an SCP. Oh,
Yeah, an SCP is that whole universe of
Okay,
the Loch Ness
yeah.
Monster. This is like cryptids are things in real life.
Okay.
I mean, even though I'm fairly certain the Loch Ness Monster was a whale dick. Did you ever see that?
No.
You never saw that?
Mothman.
Loch Ness Monster.
Loch Ness
Let me
Monster.
scroll- Bigfoot. Said that.
Bigfoot.
Let me scroll. The
Okay,
Yeti.
Shadow people, the Yeti.
Yeah.
What are those?
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra. That's a really good one.
Yeah. That's a culture different. Wendigos.
We've been
Wendigos.
talking all week at work about Wendigos.
My wife.
Ma-
That's a joke.
Yeah, that's an inside joke there. But what else? Like they got those. Dude,
I mean, that was like the top 6 like
I'm
cryptids.
so into like this thing too. I'm so into cryptids. Like I didn't even know that's what it was called. But
Yeah, they're called cryptids.
Just in case.
You want to Google it?
Yeah, no, because
It's-
I know.
Because it's CRYPTID. That's cryptocurrency.
ID.
ID.
Oh,
Cryptids.
it's a film.
It's a film. 2017.
Cryptids.
Cryptids. That's also the film. Should we talk about the film too? Should we watch this?
No. Just no.
Well, I mean, have you ever had? Well, we went ghost hunting a while ago.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember
Dude,
that.
I was talking about that the other day.
This is how much we fucking think alike. It's so weird.
When did you think
But-
about this topic?
Well, because I have a list in my phone of like
so it could
topics
have
that
been
come to
like
me.
whenever.
But like I was scrolling through the list. I'm just like, well, I wanted to talk about this, but I think he would find that to be stupid. So I'll wait a little while.
No,
And then,
dude.
I came up with this one.
So
But I just like to choose from my list.
there was. There's a guy I work with, and he's probably listening to the podcast right now. Hey, man, shout out to you. You're doing all right. You're doing good.
Yeah, you guy.
you guy. You're doing good out
You.
there. We were talking about how. Do you remember there was in Gettysburg? Obviously,
Yeah.
I want just so they know.
Specify we went to Gettysburg,
We went to
Pennsylvania.
Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. We went on a ghost tour. They literally basically plopped us in a house.
2 houses we went to.
Well, yes, 2
We
houses.
went to the first house.
But I was specifically talking about the second house.
yeah.
So the second house was right next to the battlefield, and we went upstairs, and it had a little crawl space cubby. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember sitting in the crawl space.
Okay. Do you remember the girl we were with?
I do.
You remember the
I
girl
personally
and her
think
mother?
that was a bunch of bullshit.
What part?
The
What
girl,
part?
the girl we were with, because she was getting reactions from like everything. The fucking slightest thing that moved in this crawl space, this girl had a fucking like a feeling or a reaction.
So
to.
me and Corey, one of our friends,
One of our friends.
was sitting in this crawl space.
I was there too.
Were you,
Yeah, I was in there.
okay, were you there when we were rolling the ball and it would just roll back?
Yeah.
And we'd roll the ball and it would just roll back?
Yeah.
And we just put the ball in front of us and it would just sit there. So I'm like, all right, well, something might be a little up here. And then, meanwhile, let me set the scene here. This girl was she was a good-looking girl.
She was decent looking.
She was in my price range, if you're getting my point here.
Yeah.
And I was kind of trying to make something happen.
Specify you were single at the time.
I was single at the time.
We were single.
I was single. The other stuff is, So the house beforehand, supposedly, we were talking to a spirit, and I was asking him to help me out and get this
But this
girl.
was the same house, because that was later
No,
on.
that was a different house.
No, that was
That
the
was
same
the
house.
first house you were at.
No, because there wasn't a crawl space in the first house. That was the like.
No.
the first-tier apartment thing.
So what I'm saying is, taking the story back.
Yeah.
At the first house, we were talking.
Oh, you mean in the story
Yes.
of the first house?
Yes.
Okay.
So we were
Yeah.
at the first house.
Yeah.
We were talking to this supposed spirit, however we were communicating with him.
Yeah.
him, her, whatever it was. I think it was a.
She was saying it was a little girl.
No. That was.
Oh, you're talking about the phone number.
We're talking about the phone number.
Yeah,
and we were
that
asking
was
this
a soldier.
ghost. He called me ugly, by the way.
Yeah.
So we're talking to this ghost, and I asked if he could help me get her phone number or help me like talk to her or anything like that. And he said no. So anyway, moving forward to
Got
the
shut down by a
second.
ghost.
So moving forward to the second house. There was this little girl supposedly that would hang out in the crawl space. So back to the crawl space story.
Well, again, that's the first house.
I know.
Yeah.
What?
Well, no,
Anyway.
because you're saying. Well, hold on. We have to specify that in actual reality, we went to one house first, and then this all happened at the second house. That's what's getting us confused.
Yes. So anyway, now we're in the crawl space. So
Yeah.
back to the crawl space story. So this girl, me and my friend Corey and you, Frida, were sitting in the crawl space. So I was trying to talk to her, and we were rolling the ball, and the ball thing was happening, which was fucking crazy to me. And this girl yells at me, saying, "Did you pull my hair?" And I said, "No, I did not pull your hair." And she proceeded to freak the fuck out and left.
Yeah, I remember just sitting there watching this entire thing going down.
So I
With
got
the little rods. I had the
so
rods
I
everywhere.
got cock blocked by a fucking ghost. Cock blocked because he said no. He was not gonna help me.
All the ghosts were in on it.
All the
They were
ghosts,
fucking with you.
they were all in on it. So anyway, you all fucking suck. If I know you can't hear this or understand this, but if you somehow
You
pick
ghosts.
this up, ghosts, you suck. Okay. So,
But I thought this would be an interesting topic to talk about, even though we don't have lots of. What the fuck is that?
this is what I was trying to remember.
Ninjin?
Ninjin.
Ninjin.
That's what they're like, these little white balls
With human
with
legs.
human legs, and I've
What
seen
the
them.
fuck?
I've seen videos of them walking through people's yards and
It
stuff
looks like an
that.
asshole on legs.
It-
It's a butthole. It's a white butthole
It
on
is
legs.
it is a head with an ass.
A
with
head?
legs.
Where do you see a head?
Look
I just
at
see
the
a
fa-
hole.
Look at the face, man.
It's a butthole.
Look at the face. So
Zoom in on that photo.
zoom in on it.
Zoom in
What
on
do you want me to do?
That is not a face. That is a butthole.
Look at that nose.
It's just a butt. Oh, it is a nose.
There's a nose.
Oh, from here it looks like a butthole.
He's got no mouth.
No mouth.
No mouth.
This is the big schlong.
So what made you want to talk about this? Honestly, like what brought this to
No,
your...
I just chose it from my list. That's what I'm saying. But we do have, we have like a slight experience with ghost hunting. I also think we should do a podcast while we're ghost hunting. That'd be funny.
Now this is getting pretty interesting.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fucking pretty cool.
Whenever we get
Just
to
in a haunted
technology
house.
to do that.
A haunted house, pitch black, nothing but a computer, just with ghost equipment all around us. We're just talking.
We're just talking to see what happens.
and you
for
hear
an hour.
just noises.
We could. I mean, if we do special episodes like that, we could go longer than an hour.
I would freak the fuck out.
That'd be fun.
I would freak the fuck out.
I think for special episodes, we should go longer for an hour.
Well,
Because and I feel like for something like that, an hour is such a short amount of time.
so, we live in New Jersey, so we have the notorious Jersey Devil in our midst.
Like that's a cryptid.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get that. I
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
that. And I,
Oh, because I came up with a list right there.
yeah.
I
So,
was watching you. Oh, there's Mothman.
yeah, Mothman, Thunderbird,
Thunderbird.
who I've never heard of,
What?
but I think, oh,
What? Is that food or?
no,
You sure?
I don't know. Anyway,
Talking about cryptids, the door fucking moved.
the door's moving. So,
Probably the neighbor going in and just the fucking draft.
yeah. So, I think this is a pretty cool topic, man. I like this
Yeah.
topic.
Good, we have some slight experiences with it.
You-
Talking about back to that. I have one. Fucking back to that Gettysburg trip. Us in real life, the first house that we went to, which was like this tiered apartment thing. I got left alone in one room, and they were off playing around with like other shit. My Devin and one of our other friend Corey were off doing some other stuff, and I was in this room by myself in pitch black because we went there at midnight or whatever. And so I'm sitting there, with these little fucking tong things. What are they called? Like there's a
They're supposed to detect water movement.
yeah, and like they
that,
move. And if you hold them perfectly still, they'll move on their own.
Yeah,
from, like, a ghost or
it's a
shit.
bunch of bullshit, probably. But
I was sitting there, and this house was used as a hospital for the Confederates at the time because Gettysburg was a Civil War town, so it was used for the Confederates. And I remember sitting there, and this gets into the cryptid stuff. I was sitting there trying to ask like questions. Because that's what you do when you're on, like, a ghost thing. You, like, ask questions to the ghost to see if you can get, like, a response and stuff. And I was getting this thing about, like, a guy who obviously died as a Confederate soldier in the hospital and stuff. And I was asking the kinds of questions, like, you know, do you have a beard? Stuff like that, because I just thought that'd be kind of cool.
Called me ugly.
Well, that was a different one. Wasn't that a Union soldier? Because the other house was used for the
Either way, they suck.
Union. Well, it's for you,
Fucking guy.
but I just think the strange thing with like the cryptids, because are you like a big believer on all of this stuff?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I believe it because I think it just makes life more interesting.
Mythology and shit like that.
Yeah, I think it makes but the only reason I believe in it because I think it makes life more interesting. Not like I'm a hardcore like I believe everything I'll see, but I do try and still come up with like some sort of scientific explanation for stuff. But the strange thing about this was when I was asking questions, I came to the end where I asked if he had a family. And it was this really strange thing, this image that just came into my mind of a cabin somewhere in Virginia. I don't know why Virginia specifically, but a cabin with this guy who I have no idea how the fuck I managed to know what he looks like, with a wife and 2 children.
You sure you weren't high?
I don't know, but that's just the image that conjured into my mind when I was talking supposedly with a ghost.
I think you were stoned, maybe.
No, because then I asked about, and it was Thanksgiving. The fucking scene I was looking at was a Thanksgiving dinner, and they had food on the table, and they were having dinner.
You never told me this.
Well, yeah, because I kind of just forgot about it, and you guys left.
Okay.
Because that's what happened when I was sitting in the room by myself.
Yeah.
Because then after that, I had found you guys in the closet.
Yeah.
That sounded weird.
That's so fucking weird.
But no, I mean, it was you and Corey and some other lady were in like a fucking like a little closet trying to talk to a ghost with like the ECM thing, whatever.
And then the fucking guy came in, he was recording us with a camera, and he's like, oh, you'll get a video of this, yada yada.
We
Got the
never did.
wrong
We
fucking
never
video.
did. That was so
The
funny.
wrong fucking group with
We
the
were-
wrong people. We're like, who the fuck is everybody in
Yeah.
this fucking group?
We paid. Well, it was you who paid
It was
for
a
everything.
stupid amount of money.
A stupid amount of money to pay for this. And the guy recorded everything. He'd walk around with cameras, and he set up cameras that would record us doing things. And how long did it take us to get those videos that weren't even correct? Like months?
Yeah, had to be
Because
like
we
4 or
went
5
there in the
months.
middle of the winter, and then we got them in like the summer.
It was,
It was
so
far too
stupid.
long, and it was the
yeah.
wrong video.
It was the wrong people.
I remember
Wrong
getting it.
people.
Yeah, I remember getting it in the mail, being so excited, putting it on my computer, and fucking watching this video, and I had no idea who the fuck these people were.
And whoever the fuck got ours, I'm really fucking sorry.
I'm so sorry.
The shit we were doing in those videos.
Yeah. The people though, did you watch? Did you watch that video?
I watched like 5 minutes of it.
I watched
was,
the whole
pissed.
video. There was some interesting stuff that happened to that group of people, but not. I mean, fucking not the video we paid for.
New York has a Loch Ness Monster.
New York has a Loch Ness
How
Monster.
do you have a Loch Ness Monster? You don't have a lock.
A lot.
A lock.
A lock.
A lock.
What, a lake?
Isn't that how they say it?
Is
Lock?
it?
I don't know. But
Would that be
North Carolina has a Loch Ness Monster.
what?
California has a Loch Ness Monster, apparently.
There's a lot of whale dick. Vermont, Virginia.
Werewolf. Come on.
Wait, hold on. Is that Washington has a kraken?
Where?
WA over there. No, to the right.
To the right. To the right.
bottom?
To the right.
Right there. WA.
Yeah, they got a
Kraken.
kraken. Look at that.
What?
There's a whole fucking kraken out there in the
Werewolves.
in the mirror pond.
Hold on. What is a snallygaster? You can't.
So
Wait, what the fuck is the one above that? Mokaleke Mbebe.
So we paid a fuck ton of money to get somebody else's fucking thing. I didn't get laid. Nothing happened. It was a terrible time. I got called ugly by a ghost. It really hurt my feelings.
It's kind of funny.
It was kind of fucking
It was
funny.
really funny.
But I always love these stories. I love fucking stories about ghosts. I'm a very, spiritual believer kind of guy. You remember?
I mean, I like I said, I just like to believe in it because it makes life.
I don't have a lot of sightings of these in general, but like when we did the haunted house for ROTC, like
at the Camp Evans.
Camp Evans,
Yeah.
yes. The soldier. I saw soldiers.
We're giving people our GPS location.
I saw soldiers. Yeah, no. I saw soldiers walking around.
Yeah.
That was freaky. I've seen like babies with red eyes. That was fucking creepy.
The one thing that I think can prove stuff like ghosts is when you have multiple sort of witness accounts at the same time. Because I remember being stationed at the gate. The way this whole like Halloween thing was set up, because it counted as community service for high school. The whole thing was set up. It was like a haunted army base. If you ever look up Camp Evans, which was actually quite important during World War II.
It's a pretty cool place.
Yeah,
They just got a jet.
Did
They had
they?
a jet delivered.
I think I saw that on the highway.
Yeah.
I was coming home from work.
They had a whole fucking jet delivered.
That was so cool.
The wings and everything.
Yeah, we should go see that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I passed by it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So this place is open up to the public for certain things, and we were there at a Halloween event, and it was set up as like a haunted camp, like an army camp. So we had different stations, so you would enter in through a gate and stuff, and you would go around. The people would go around places, but as the community service, we would work there. And towards the end, I was stationed at the gate, and it was like midnight because we were there at dark. Me and another guy were sitting there, and he fucking abandoned me. I can't even remember his name; it was so long ago. But we were standing there, and we were looking into one of the buildings, and there was this girl there, just like dressed in all blue and shit, practically see-through. And this dude I'm with fucking freaks out. It's like, no, I'm done. And he abandons me at the gate. And I'm like, well, I can't leave. What if someone comes? So I'm just standing there staring at this girl in the window who just like walks off into the building. I'm just like, I'm just going to stand here. I'm going to just ignore the fact that existed.
So, we were at another station in this whole haunted cabin thing, and we were supposed to bang on windows in this really long corridor hallway, yada yada, bang on things, make loud noises, scare people.
Like little bullets.
Anyway, yeah. So we were standing there, just minding our own business, banging on the windows. A group would come by, this, that, the other thing, and we saw this guy dressed in full military uniform, walking down the hallway, like, just doing his own thing. Didn't even notice us, didn't talk to us, didn't say a fucking word to us. Just walked down the hallway, turned down a corridor. And we're like, well, nobody's supposed to be in here besides us.
Yeah.
And we were all dressed in military uniforms, so he said, all right, somebody is lost. They're lost in this tour thing, whatever.
Yeah, someone like
so
needs
we
help.
followed this guy. Followed him down the corridor, saw him, turned the corridor, saw him, followed him down the corridor. He turned into a room. So, chased after him. Hey, mister, you can't be in here, yada, yada, yada. Turned, went into the room. The guy went directly down like he was walking downstairs. Like nothing happened. Right through the floor, right through the wall, right through everything.
I remember hearing that story.
Okay? We were looking at this guy, went right through the wall, right through the floor, everything. Okay? So, we're like, well, fucking now what? There's not like he's not a person. He was not a person.
Do we get a pickaxe and go after him?
So we're like, he was not a fucking person. We're like, something ain't fucking right here. So later on in the night, everything's wrapping up. The guy's coming through telling us, all right, you guys can all leave, yada yada, get out, whatever you got to do. Like, go get your stuff. Everybody can leave, get your water, whatever. He goes, well, X amount of years ago at Camp Evans, there used to be tunnels everywhere because it was huge.
Yeah.
The base was so much bigger than it is now. He told us, he said, that right there used to be an entrance to the tunnel before they buried it, and then they just walled it off. So our idea was he just was going on his routine patrol, doing his thing, doing his business, and, whatever. But that was one of the clearest pictures of a person. It was obviously a ghost or whatever.
Obviously.
Ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah.
Never seen, and I like to go do a lot of that stuff. And that is the most. It was like 5 or 6 of us, and each one of us can attest to that event.
I remember
and that we
hearing-
saw that,
Yeah.
and I remember hearing about the front gate, the little girl in the gate.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about that.
I remember hearing about your story too. I remember some of the other guys telling it.
It was fucking crazy,
Yeah.
and that was the most creepiest place I was ever. Thank you very much. I appreciate
you.
it. I ever was, and it that was fucking insane. I've went in the woods. I've looked for. I mean, I guess you can call him Bigfoot. I've looked for the
Bigfoot,
Jersey Devil, which was a big
Yowie.
thing, and then I mean, I believe in that kind of stuff. But
Yeah. Oh, well, you're living alone now in an apartment you just got this year. Has anything happened here?
no,
No, nothing interesting.
nothing crazy.
No bong, no banks, bongs.
Nothing. No,
Booms.
no bumps in the night. I
No
mean, I've
bumps
had
in the night.
pictures fucking
Speak
fall
for
off the
yourself.
wall, but those
That's
are
probably
like,
just your shitty
yeah.
workings.
That's
Well,
the fucking.
that one can attest to paint coming off. That's not a ghost.
But you know, I mean,
I'm just looking at the walls now. I'm noticing like that paint chip. I don't think that was a
I've
ghost.
had pictures fall off in the night. I'd have shit like that.
My
But I've
God,
never
this house is haunted. They're taking the paint.
taken the paint. I've never had anything like crazy like that happen. I mean, in my parents' house, I obviously no longer live there.
You ever have,
I've
you ever have like a sleep paralysis demon?
I have.
You have.
I have.
I haven't. I don't give enough a shit. I don't know what would I do if I saw that. I'd be in bed and I would see this thing in the corner just staring at me. I'm like, I'd roll over and go back to sleep.
There's points in time, I went into the basement of my parents' house, and we used to have, for whatever reason, do you remember the mirror that was in the basement that we moved around when we were doing the sheetrock?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so there was that mirror, was sitting in the corner, the fireplace was still there for whatever reason. Fireplace that led to nothing, which was really weird. There was a rocking chair that used to sit right next to it. I went down there, that rocking chair was fucking rocking. It was in the middle of the night, call me tired, whatever you want to call me, it was rocking. I saw it rocking.
Moving.
You heard it. It was fucking rocking. Okay? So now I'm like, okay, well that's a little fucking weird.
Yeah,
I didn't really
I
think
won't do that.
I didn't really think that much of it because I was younger, so I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna come down here, do what I gotta do, and then leave. Look in the mirror, there's a person sitting in that rocking chair. So after that, I noped the fuck out of there, and I never,
Yeah.
that basement has given me the heebie-jeebies every fucking since.
And then you wanted to turn that into a game room. you
Never had
sick fuck.
never had an experience there ever since. It was that one time. Call me tired. I don't give a fuck what you gotta say. That's that. Now my sleep paralysis. I see a lot of
sleep paralysis.
I see a lot of fucking shit with that. That's a
Yeah.
whole nother fucking thing.
Well, I think that's it because I don't experience any of that.
I have first time I ever took melatonin. Everybody knows melatonin.
Oh,
It's
okay,
sleep-
that's where that came from.
okay. First time I ever took melatonin. You know, everybody takes melatonin.
You saw the
whatever.
Hat Man.
It-
You ever hear about that?
Yes.
Yeah, the Hat
So
Man.
I woke up, couldn't move, but could move my eyes. I had an old, you remember those big TVs? You know, I say, do you remember like
Like
it
the
was forever
fucking,
ago?
the-
the boxy ones.
Yeah, with the fucking
Okay.
tubes in them, whatever the fuck they were called.
No, not the tubey one. But anyway,
Well, no,
there's a-
because it wasn't at the inside of them
So-
were like tubes.
it had the static going because for whatever reason, like when the game would shut off, that's what it would do.
But
It
yeah,
had the
when we were
static.
younger
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
the TV stations would stop airing at night. And it
So
was just static,
it was staticky,
which is totally fucking creepy.
which
as
was
hell.
the only light in my room at the time. There was a shadow person at the end of my bed, red eyes, staring at me, and I could not fucking move anything but my eyes. Call it a dream, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. Felt fucking real to me.
Well, because that's the thing, though. A lot of people experience sleep paralysis, and they have those fucking demons like staring at them and stuff, or like sitting on them, staring at them.
The girl I date now, Paulina, we've went to babysit my sister's kids up in Connecticut. I've woken up, looked at the side of the bed, and there was a little girl sitting there, and she was like, it wasn't like black eyes,
It's
whatever.
just the thing where it feels wrong.
Yes, something's not right there. It's trying to do something, but it's not right. I pushed her out of the bed. And she can attest for this. And as she got up, she stood up, she looked at me, standing where that little fucking girl was, whatever, and said, "Why the fuck did you push me out of the bed?" And I'm like, why are you standing there? Because I woke up instantly, like right like there. why are you standing there? And she's like, well, you fucking pushed me. I'm like, well, I thought, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that.
What the fuck happened? Where am I?
I've went to hotels. I've seen people reaching over the couch in the middle of the night, like with claws and like pulling over the couch and stuff like that. And say it's sleep paralysis. It's whatever.
This is one of my problems I have with fucking ghosts and cryptids, though. It's like the people who like hardcore believe in it, such as yourself. You have like all of this stuff to experience. I ain't got shit, and I want it to happen. Like, I fucking want to be in a goddamn hotel and see, like, a goddamn fucking claw hand come up from the couch. That would be so exciting.
It was freaky, and
I don't get anything.
I know, like you know you're awake.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm not dreaming. Like this, I saw that. It fucking did that, and I grabbed the girl I'm dating now, Paulina. I grabbed her arm and I just fucking like rattled her. I'm like, there's something in here.
There's something here.
And I fucking just stood there and then like, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna fucking go get another room? No. I went to
Maybe
bed
it's because
eventually.
my mentality is like the Watchmen, that one scene where he's in jail. He's like, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. If I saw a ghost, first thing I do is throw in a haymaker.
Throwing hands. I mean, like,
I threw hands with a demon at 3 a.m. in the Wendy's parking lot.
Parking lot. Turns out I was a heroin addict and I was fucking stoned out of my mind.
It's just a 20-year-old on drugs. The police footage showed differently. It was not a demon. I might have been the one on drugs.
I was the one on drugs.
I was the demon. It's inside of me all along.
Dude, this shit, I believe in it, and I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, Bigfoot and stuff like that, that's another thing that's, I mean,
We would have to go out searching for that. We could bring our tents for camping.
I know.
Get attacked by Bigfoot.
I've been planning a camping trip,
Yeah.
actually. I've been thinking of
I got
going
a new
camping.
tent.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I might have accidentally bought a 4-person tent.
Whatever, fuck it. Who
I'm
cares?
going to be living like a king.
So,
in the middle of the woods.
I mean, Bigfoot and everything like that, never really experienced it. Aliens, whatever, no.
Aliens, I think, are a completely different topic than cryptids.
I agree, but like,
Because Because
Like-
people kind of put them on the same level, but I think they're completely different. Because they have a much more realistic possibility of existing.
I think like Bigfoot, maybe at one time, but I don't think anymore.
Like if it was just me, if I grew out my beard and lived in the woods.
Yeah,
Bigfoot.
but maybe at one time there was a species of man, and it was a Bigfoot species,
Large and hairy.
but like not anymore. And then like I don't know, like some things I can believe, like Loch Ness Monster. I mean dinosaurs, man. I mean come on,
Alligators are dinosaurs.
There's dinosaurs that look like the fucking supposed Loch Ness Monster. Like,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? So like,
Well, because I get mentioning the whale dick because, again, I like to bring a scientific view to this stuff. So if something can be disproven, I would like to see how. And the thing with the Loch Ness Monster is that famous photo, they said that it might possibly be like a whale dick, because whales are mammals. They have penises and vaginas. So whales, for some reason, occasionally will surface on their bellies, and they just let their they're just fucking dick just hang out.
but they're not connected to the ocean. Isn't that like the whole
No, it
fucking
is.
thing?
Yeah, they are.
The Loch Ness,
The Loch Ness, I believe, is connected to the ocean.
Lake
And it-
Nessie or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it's called.
And it has a possibility of... I think whales have been sighted there.
I mean, maybe you're right. I don't know.
I don't either, but this is just like the speculation, because I enjoy people making speculations about this kind of stuff and seeing what could be real and how it could be real.
Like, there's certain things I can believe. Like, I mean, giant turtles. Like, I mean,
Well, yeah, turtles can get fucking huge.
maybe at a fucking like with fucking like dirt on their back, you know, like islands,
the fucking space
like
turtle?
they're floating through the ocean
Yeah.
with islands and stuff like that.
That
Like,
is a little too large.
but I mean, maybe at one point, like something maybe close,
I could
not
see-
not an island, but
Well, yeah,
like
because
you
that
know,
would be like the whole thing with like old sailor stories of like mermaids and shit like that.
Yeah, like,
'Cause they
I
see
mean-
shit out in the ocean and they can't explain it.
Exactly, like mermaids. I don't really believe mermaids, but like, I mean,
But like prehistoric turtles, I could imagine would get really fucking
huge because, like I said, dinosaurs, dude.
Yeah.
Everything was huge.
There's like alligators that were like fucking 100 feet long or
Sharks,
some shit.
sharks were huge. So
Yeah.
why? What's to say it didn't exist until
Yeah, because I
current
think
human era?
yeah,
Whatever.
because
You
I
wanna
think
call it.
sharks are actually older than trees. There's such a dinosaur.
Aren't alligators like that too.
I think it's either alligators or sharks. One of them's like older than trees.
Maybe both. Who knows?
Maybe.
But anyway, like,
But I can see like turtles getting really huge because like, remember the people trying to make the lobster god?
yeah, yeah.
Because lobsters don't die naturally
Of
of old age. They die because they can't like molt or something.
But they
So
didn't
they were
know
going
that
to-
or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're
But they were
molting the lobster
Forcefully,
until
it would because it would stay alive then.
How'd
Because
that
they were
work?
still,
How'd-
I
how'd
don't
that
know
work
whatever
out?
happened to that.
How'd
That was
that
years
work
ago.
out? Yeah, that was.
I'll Google that. I'll see what happened.
I haven't heard anything about that. But yeah, I mean, most of the shit I can believe actually existed. Other parts of it, maybe not. Mothman. I mean, come on,
Lobster
man. Like, and then there's like
What the fuck is
krakens.
this? Religious goods store.
What?
Leviathan Lobster God.
Does he still exist?
No, this is a store. It's open 24/7.
You want to go?
Where is this? Why? Leviathan Lobster God. We are a group of conscious creators with plans to create and worship our Leviathan Lobster God. Oh wait, no, this is the people.
Oh,
This is
found him.
They have a whole organization.
There you go. You want to donate?
Can you? What? What? Through funny content and immersive. What?
You gotta read it out. Come
No,
on.
it
Come on.
ended there.
Oh.
Like this is. I'm like looking at this stuff. Like, what do they do?
So like the giant, like the the giant squid. I can believe in that. Kind
Oh
of
wait,
shit.
no. This is they're like trying to fucking save the planet and shit.
Oh, get out of here! Stop. The plane's dead. We're
But
all
I think
gonna
that I think
die.
this came from the fucking people who were trying to make the lobster gun.
We're all gonna die. Guys paint their toenails. Girls, girls have dicks now.
They have sermons.
What?
Lobster god sermons.
You know that religion the kid made? It was like they worshipped the spaghetti god.
Oh,
and they
the flying spaghetti monster.
They couldn't get out of fucking home. They got out of homework.
Yeah.
Because schools can't go against religion.
Yeah,
So
so
the
they made
kids
the-
said they can't have fucking homework.
Yeah, 'cause
so
they
they
made
made a
the-
flying spaghetti monster
Yeah,
as
the
a
flying
god.
spaghetti monster.
And they had to abide by that, and
Yeah,
it became
so
a
they-
thing.
They made it into religion. That's like, so I think people are trying to start like sillyism as a religion.
Silly.
Sillyism is like the whole like belief that life is just like too mundane, so your whole goal is just to be as silly and fun as possible. So it's like coined as like sillyism.
What?
Yeah, you
I
know?
mean, like, I can understand that. Like,
trying to make life a little bit more
a
interesting.
little more interesting.
I get
guess.
that.
Everybody needs something to believe in.
Yeah.
Everybody needs something to believe in.
Where's
I
this?
mean-
This is fandom. What the fuck are you on now?
This is it, man. This is like the A through Z of everything. I mean, I believe in like Wendigos. Do you believe in Wendigos?
I could. Skinwalkers?
The fuck you mean you could? Yeah, Skinwalkers.
Skinwalkers? I could.
Skinwalkers. Like, you ever heard of Skinwalker Ranch?
Yeah.
You believe in that? You believe that's a
Some
thing?
of it. I don't know. Because it's like, I see like some videos where people have like the recordings of like nighttime and they see like fucking something in the woods and it's like all you have proof of it is two eyes. So it's like you've proven that something in the forest is alive with two eyes.
Yeah, like cats fucking...
Yeah,
their
cats-
eyes glow.
cat's eye,
Their eyes glow.
raccoons.
Raccoons' eyes, yeah. I mean,
Their
like,
other eyes glow.
like I said, I mean, like the Kraken. There's this whole thing about this big-ass fucking squid take down ships, this, that, the other
Yeah.
thing. And then they found, like, the giant squid in, like, the deep seas.
Yeah. There's like reports of like a fucking great white shark or even like one of the bigger sharks that like continuously go into like the dark depths of like the fucking ocean, these scientists found out. And it would fight with some sort of like fucking some sort of like octopus or fucking
Yeah.
thing, kraken.
Kraken.
And the shark would come back up with like scars and shit. Like it's purposely going down there to fight this thing.
But
And it just wants to throw hands with the Kraken, and it keeps coming back up, heals, and then goes back down for
Did
another
you hear
round.
about, like, it was like a 16-foot shark, something along those lines. You know, I'm not 100%.
Some enormously
It was a
large shark.
huge great white shark. It had a chip in it, okay? The chip at one point went down a stupid depth.
Like further than they could think.
Yeah, further they could think. And the temperature rose on this chip, so they could test the temperature of the waters, this, that, the other thing. And then eventually it spit up or whatever, you know, threw up or other means of natural digestion, came up and then washed up on the shores, this chip. They have no idea what could have taken down a shark of that magnitude.
And just fucking
ate it. It ate it.
Yeah.
And it just happened like a week after they chipped it. Okay,
Yeah.
so...
Well, I feel like now we're getting into, like, oceanography stuff, and that's a different topic entirely. Too.
But the Loch Ness Monster's
Loch
in
Ness,
here.
yeah.
The Megalodon, does that count?
Megalodon.
Does that count? I mean, I don't know.
guess.
I don't want to
I mean, that's something that could have existed.
I don't want to
too.
ruin your topic.
No, it's
I'm
not
trying
ruining
to-
the topic. Like, this is the whole point of it. But I'm just saying, because it's like, you get into something like fucking, like, all this deep sea stuff. Like, that could be a completely other topic alone, considering how little we know about the fucking, the ocean and shit.
By the way, that
Humanoids.
submarine.
Oh, that submarine,
Dude,
they found that.
everybody, they found that. They're all dead. You know
I don't
what
want to
mean?
be that kind of guy. But when they went missing Sunday, and then I saw a photo of that submarine, I knew they were dead Sunday.
I thought
hate
they'd
to be
find.
that guy.
I thought they would find them on Thursday.
I don't think so.
That's what I
had no
thought.
thought.
I'm like, look, everybody's gonna be okay. They're gonna find them on Thursday.
Did you see the photo of that submarine? They made it.
It's a shit. It was like crappy.
Yeah, they used
Dude,
like they
an
used
Xbox controller.
no, it was a Logitech controller. Get your shit crashed. But they fucking
It's
they had
submersive, not a submarine.
whatever.
Reference.
But they had
Excuse me.
terminology.
Okay, all right. Excuse
no, they
the
had-
fuck out of me.
It was
Yeah.
it was 5 feet of plexiglass around a titanium fucking cylinder.
Did you see the inside of
Or
that
not
fucking
plexiglass.
thing?
Fucking yeah, you had
I
to
don't-
sit on it.
I don't mean to get off
Carbon fiber.
topic,
No, carbon
but can
fiber
you
is
imagine
it.
6 people sitting in that fucking thing?
That'd be horrible.
I'd lose my mind.
That would be horrible.
You're surrounded by nothing but ocean. You can't get out. You're bolted from the outside
yeah, they
in.
bolted them in.
How
bullshit is that?
I would lose my fucking mind so quick.
Fucking what is
Everybody would be dead.
Yeah.
Everybody would be dead.
what is it? What's his name from the fucking the tape? The guy that cuts the boats in the half all the time.
I don't know.
But you know what I'm talking about, right? Though
No.
with the flex tape.
Oh,
Flex
that
Seal?
guy. Flex Seal. Yes.
Yeah. A long time ago he waterproofed a truck,
was about
and
to
they
say-
didn't even have to bolt that thing together.
The boat was Flex Seal. They could have used fucking Flex Seal to get
could've
that
used
fucking
Flex
stuff
Seal to
together,
get that
dude.
shit out.
Flex Seal. Now that's a lot of damage.
I cut this submersible in half to show the power of Flex Seal.
Now that's a lot of damage. Oh my god, I forget
Does.
his name. But anyway,
Yeah.
like, I mean,
God, I want to remember his name too now. Fuck.
you think the Kraken got him?
Maybe the Kraken.
Yeah,
got
bring
him.
it to the topic, man. You think the
Or
Kraken
as soon as they
the
got
Megalodon,
down there, as soon as they got down there, the pressure just crumpled them like
the
tin
ghost
cans.
of the Titanic just dragged them in.
They're just like, hey, oh, 6 more people.
People.
Hey, how's the world looking up there?
Must be fucking nice.
It must be great for you to come all the way down here.
Vampires?
Vampires?
You believe in vampires?
They're in our government.
You think so?
Have you seen some of these people and how old they look?
Yeah.
They look. I mean, they're actually not vampires because they're fucking aging rapidly.
We can't say that because they'll probably come after us.
Maybe.
Anyway.
But no, I mean, like, some people in our government are really fucking
You see, like,
old.
the pictures of Vladimir Putin, and they have, like, pictures of people that look just like him in, like, different eras.
It's weird.
And I'm not talking, like 2010. Like, I'm talking, like, World War II,
1700s,
World
shit.
War One,
Yeah.
like 1800s. Like, they have people that look just like him.
I mean, the whole thing with, like, looking like people is the problem, though, is people from certain regions obviously look the same. And
But,
if
like,
that genetics keeps
like,
going in a circle...
like, exact
I
arm.
know.
And
I get it, but I
yeah.
mean, you can come full circle. Eventually, someone will look like that person again from that region.
Yes, absolutely. I understand that. But, I mean, food for thought, man.
Food for
they
thought.
could be out there.
Yeah.
Could be out there. Sleep with garlic around your neck out there if you believe in it.
Vampires. I think there would be a lot more people if vampires were real, because I feel like they would just go around making more vampires.
Ghost camel.
Ghost camel? What?
You hear like
Is
the
this
elite?
a camel that wanders the desert?
You want me to click on it?
Sure.
Okay.
Click on it. Click on ghost camel.
Ghost camel.
Ghost camel.
Ghost camel. Oh
This
my
is
god.
some fucking shitty SCP shit.
Feral camel is
Feral camels.
in the United States.
Okay, that one's weird.
Origin, urban legends, storytellers in modern ages. There are camels wandering the southern U.S.
Southwestern U.S.
Why? What? Red ghost.
I could imagine this is an accident. If there are actually camels down in the southwestern United States, this is from like those rich assholes who want like an exotic animal and fucking went out, bought a camel, and then decided I don't want this, and then just let it roam.
So, total runoff conversation we're having right now.
Camels? Well, it's a ghost camel.
No,
It's a
no.
cryptid.
Rich people and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
There used to be an issue with food in the United States. We were running out of cow meat because we weren't producing cows fast enough to kill. Mm-hmm. Somebody's idea was, drum roll, hippos. They wanted to bring hippos to the United States.
You're gonna domesticate a hippo?
No, not domesticate it. Use it as like cattle.
Yeah,
Hippos.
domestication.
Well, okay, whatever.
If you're gonna use it as cattle, you would have to domesticate it.
livestock.
Well, livestock, yeah.
There you go.
Oh
Okay.
no, you were right. Domestication would be
Hippos.
dog.
They wanted to bring hippos to the United States, and this was
Can't
like
fucking kill a hippo.
this was like the early 1900s.
Yeah.
They wanted to bring hippos to I'm pretty sure it was the 1900s. They wanted to bring hippos to the United States, and they wanted to make them livestock. Can you imagine if fucking
horrible
if that
idea.
took off?
That would be.
And there were
you wouldn't be able to.
hippos
You wouldn't be able to do
in the
that.
United States.
You wouldn't be able to do that. You know.
But-
no. Here's the thing. I learned about this. Do you know why hippos don't really swim?
What do you, I thought they do swim.
They sort of do, but they predominantly
float.
when they get into the water, they sink predominantly. You want to know why?
Why?
They're so dense with muscle mass, they just sink.
They're huge.
They're fucking huge, and
They're
are monsters.
Yes.
Dude, and they're like thousands of pounds of pure muscle
Anger.
and anger, territorial anger.
It's like you at the fucking gym.
yeah, hippos just fuck people up, dude. You wouldn't be able to use them as cattle. We wouldn't have any farmers.
That's what they wanted to
They would
do.
be ruled by hippos.
It didn't. Obviously, didn't take off.
Clearly, because they probably
Obviously.
couldn't get them over here. They were
No,
all
that
dying.
wasn't the fucking problem. Nobody wanted it.
Of course, nobody. I mean, that would be a lot of.
For you guys listening, look that up. It's like early 1900s. They wanted to fucking bring in cattle.
That'd be a lot of meat, though.
That was the thing.
Probably. Yeah.
And then eventually, not too much longer after that, they figured out how to like mass produce
Cattle.
out of lack of better terms, cattle. They found out how to mass produce them, which sounds absolutely fucking weird because either way, mass produce cattle. Look it up, seriously, serious fact. Anyway, back to your topic.
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Bahumbugs.
Bigfoot. I mean, do you think there's a Bigfoot out there?
Maybe. Well, again, because like I'm not a full-on just believer. Like I would like to see evidence or some kind of shit of it happening, and if there is evidence, then I could see how it could be disproved.
There's a
if
lot
not.
of forest out there
Yeah,
that has probably
there's-
been undiscovered. I mean, I guess.
well, there's a lot of forests that people just don't go to.
Exactly.
Especially in like the United States, because it's much larger
Canada.
than people think.
Canada,
Yeah.
the upper half of like Canada. Like most people just live in what the southern half of Canada.
Yeah. There's a few Eskimo tribes that live in the top part
But
of
yeah,
Canada, but
and
even-
they probably attest to it.
they have their own stories too, of like
Exactly.
fucking this kind of shit.
I mean-
and that's one of the things that does make me slightly believe in it, is because it's people who are like segmented
There.
so far away
They're
from
there.
technology and people, they have the same exact stories.
All of them.
Yeah.
It's not like you're texting, oh, Joe over there, and you're like,
Hey,
hey,
you want to see
you saw
Bigfoot?
about Bigfoot out there?
You know Bigfoot?
Yeah, you know Bigfoot? They got
This
better
is like-
things to do.
Yeah, this is like fucking Eskimos
Yeah,
in the middle
exactly,
of nowhere.
exactly.
And it's people all around the world too. Like people who would have no contact with each other, like fucking Eskimos in Canada, Norway, fucking Russia, like the deepest parts of Russia.
Absolutely.
All have like the same fucking stories of these kinds of things.
How long have we been talking about this? How long have we been talking about?
I don't know. Has the alarm gone off?
Alexa, how much longer on the alarm?
Your alarm is not set.
Uh-oh.
Did the alarm go off? Have we been rambling for that long? Open up the recording software.
Right, hold on.
Does that give you a time?
Because I don't want to skip over your word of the day.
I don't either. I mean, we could if you want. Does it give you a
We've
time?
been 54 minutes.
54 minutes. Wait, what happened to the timer,
I
Alexa?
don't know. It said it started it. Anywho, all right. So, I mean, yeah, no, absolutely. Like, people out in Russia and stuff like that, they're in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's little farms and stuff like that. Uninhabitable.
Yeah.
Yetis, Sasquatch, Bigfoot,
Yowie.
Yowie.
That's from Australia.
Yeah, and people in Mexico, the Chupacabra,
Yeah.
stuff along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe in it.
Like I said, I can't. So many people talk about it.
So, I mean, I don't want to, like, step on what we're talking about. Would you like to do your word of the day before we get into any more time
Any more
here?
time? You're giving me a chance to do my word of the day.
I know it's usually, like, random, my word of the day. But,
know,
like, I
usually
mean,
it
we're
just came up.
kind of rambling on here. And I like, the ramble's good.
Yeah, the rambling.
You know, we're
is
talking
good.
about it. It's pretty good. It's a good topic. But I
You
want
know
to
what?
offer you
I
a
can
chance.
use this word of the day. I had a different word of the day. I changed it now. Now I have another one. You might be able to get this one. But it's a fucking besotted. Besotted? Hold on.
Spell it for the crowd,
Wait.
please.
Huh?
Spell it for the crowd, please.
Besotted.
Besotted. Besotted.
Please spell it for the crowd, please.
Besotted.
Is it a verb or a noun?
Adjective.
Ooh, description.
Something different.
I'm gonna say. Ugly.
And no.
oh,
This I will give you.
like I said, shot in the dark. Here.
I will give you a hint though.
Okay.
This pertains to technically what we're talking about, or your feelings to how we are talking about this.
Would you like to explain the game for the new people?
Oh yeah, so the game
I'm
is-
sorry. I know.
So
I
the
know.
game is I very much enjoy words. Again, I mentioned earlier I'm an author.
He's a fucking
I'm
author,
an
ladies and
author.
gentlemen. He
I'm-
still hasn't sponsored the podcast.
I don't got money to.
You're
wrote
failing
a
on it.
book. I'm a nerd. I like words.
Freak.
I like finding new words. So that's like my hobby, is just like coming upon new words to try and use in my writing. So,
Okay, so
right, I forgot about the word of the day.
Explain the game, please.
So the game is the word of the day is I find a word that I hopefully haven't used before. It's only been 2 episodes.
We
at
should
this
have a
point.
fucking board because we don't remember shit.
I know.
So we should have a fucking board.
Maybe I'll try and buy a whiteboard this weekend, or like a cork board.
Corkboard. I'd
Cork
appreciate
board.
it.
Then I'll put like little post-its of the words.
I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
And then we'll see how far down the board I get. I'll put it like over here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You
but-
get a big one. I don't care.
Oh no, I want it over here because like this will be my space on the wall.
Your section.
Nobody can see where I'm pointing.
Understood. Yeah, you'll get there, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Let's do it.
explain the word of the day, please.
So the word of the day is I find a word, sometimes pertaining to the stuff we're talking about, sometimes it can not be, it would just be completely random. But I find it, and I see if Devin can manage to guess its meaning
This
by
fucking
either
retard?
spelling it or saying it. But I just like to see where you're going to go. I don't think you're ever going to get any of them,
I have the
but
fucking,
I just think it's fun.
I have the mentality of a fucking third grader.
Yeah.
So everybody fucking knows.
As, like
Fucking-
I am much more infatuated with words.
he
and
is giving me 3 words of the day. I don't remember. Excuse me.
I didn't think you remember.
I remember one.
You remember one?
Guffaw.
You remember
That's
the
it.
first
That's
one?
it. That's fucking it. So I mean, that's a plus.
Yeah.
I'm learning. I'm
Yeah.
being educated by my
Educated.
hosts.
I have the one brain cell during this segment.
Okay, so please say the word one more time.
Basad.
Basad. Okay.
Right? I can have Google say it.
Yeah, have Google say it.
Get into the microphone.
Besotted.
Basad.
Basadid.
Basadid.
Okay.
That ED at the end of the word.
So please, your hint.
My hint is that it pertains to sort of how your feelings are with the cryptids and or ghosts.
Okay, and it's an adjective, so
It's an
obviously
adjective.
explains. Yes. Scared
Scared.
or intrigued. I'm gonna say intrigued.
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 I guess you would be technically close.
Fuck Fuck yeah!
I mean, that's after you already guessed before.
3 goddamn episodes!
You already,
I'm close!
you already took a guess before. I
don't count that! I don't count that!
But anyway, it's strongly infatuated.
Intrigue.
Intrigue could be another word for it.
I'm besotted by this conversation.
Yes.
This is
because you would be besotted with cryptids and ghosts.
I'm besotted by this topic, and I like it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It pertains to our topic.
This was a pretty good topic. Do you wish to continue because we're really drawing close to that hour, or do you want to later time get to this?
Do you think we talk? I mean, I guess we can do our closing stuff right now. We can
wrap
up.
I mean,
our thoughts on cryptids.
We could go on this forever. I mean, honestly,
we could. There's so much stuff to talk about.
I think we could get back to this.
I think we'll probably circle around to topics as we go on.
Yeah, we'll go on with it. Your final thoughts on this? I mean, do you believe in them? Do you think they're realistic? Are you upset you haven't seen them?
I think they are real, like I said, because I think it makes life more interesting. I do also have a personal story, which I believe I remember telling you and Corey about my grandfather.
Go ahead.
I don't want to tell it now. Or maybe should I?
No, go ahead. Seriously. Yeah.
Okay.
You might as well. I told all my stories.
I've been convinced.
Yes. I twisted your arm.
You did. So. This pertain. I remember telling you we were in the car towards Gettysburg because I was talking about how I'm not really into ghosts or any of this spiritual stuff.
Remember the dog we found?
Oh yeah, the dog.
Continue.
We had to give away. It was such a good dog.
Continue.
Anyway, so this takes place. Hey, there's the alarm.
It worked. Okay. Anyway, Alexa, stop. Continue.
So this was 5 years ago now, 6 years ago. My grandfather had died. Well, I didn't know he died at the time. He was in the hospital, and he was on hospice.
You did tell me.
I did.
You did.
And he was dying. So, of course, I'm home. My father and my brother were at the hospital with him, and they were leaving. It was like, they were there at like fucking midnight or 3 in the morning. Mm-hmm. So I'm home asleep. And I remember this dream vividly. I had a dream. I'm in the hospital room at the foot of my grandfather's bed, standing there, and he's laying in the bed. And this is a stupid little add-on, but I remember being on my phone, just looking at stuff, just meandering there. And he sits up, but it's not him sitting up. It's like his own spirit is sitting up. So he like sits up out of his body, and he sort of goes back, or he like de-ages, I guess, so he gets younger.
Okay.
And he goes back to like when he was in his mid-20s. And I've only seen one photo of him when he was in the mid-20s at his wedding with my grandmother. But he had served in World War II and this stuff. So
yeah, you have all the swords and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he sits up, and I remember closing the fucking meme app on my phone, and I put my phone in my pocket, and I tell my grandfather, it's time for us to go. And I open up the hospital door, and he gets off the bed, and he walks out with me to the door. And we come to a riverbed, and I remember getting on the boat, a little fucking rowboat, and I get on, and he gets on, and he sits down, and I begin rowing the boat down the river, explaining that this is the river Styx, and it judges how you've lived your life, and all that kind of stuff.
You were dead.
Yeah.
You were dead!
No, hold on. So, I'm explaining that this is what the river does, and in it, I remember seeing things that I should not have seen. I saw my aunt being born in the hospital. I remember, like, being there in the hospital, in the river. I could see that stuff going by of her being born. I saw him at his wedding day. I saw him in the middle of fucking World War II in Japan. And I saw, like, as he was getting older, I saw, like, parties that I should not have been at my grandfather's house. And all of this stuff, and how much of a good life he had lived. Because he was a very good man.
Yeah.
So I remember saying that, and then we had gone off to the right down the river, and we came to another riverbed, and we got off. So I get off the boat onto a little rocky outcropping, or the shore, and then he gets off, and stairs appear. And he starts going towards the stairs, and then he stops, and he turns around, and he puts his hands on my shoulders, and he says, "Thanks for being with me in my final moments." So then he goes up the stairs, and as he's going up the stairs, he stops, turns around and waves, and I'm still standing there. And then he continues going up the stairs. Obviously, I'm assuming towards heaven if you believe in that kind of stuff. And then there's like fucking bells and all this kind of stuff going on, and I hear a gate shut. So when I get back on the boat, go back down the river, and as I get to the other end of the river where I had first started, I wake up. And I wake up to my mom telling me that my grandfather had just passed away.
Oh, Jesus.
Within that minute.
Yeah, that's insane.
So that was like that whole story.
My final thought on this topic, dude. Seriously, good topic. I really like this kind of stuff, so keep that up.
So that was that whole dream, which I wrote it down so I remember.
Yeah, no, cool. We can talk about that more in depth if we really want to. Really good topic. I would love to visit this topic again because I have a fuck ton of more stories. Not from me, but from a bunch of friends of mine. And there's actually a guy at my work. He also has stories. He was actually just telling me the other day because, like I said, we were literally just talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
And dude, he's got stories, and I'd like to incorporate his thought and opinion and everything like that. So awesome topic. Love to do it again.
Yeah. We'll probably.
I mean, we'll definitely get
and then
back
we'll
to
find
it eventually.
something else to try and talk about.
Yeah, we'll probably fuck up another one. But this was a legitimate podcast. So,
Yeah,
everybody,
fun.
thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Have a great time. Oh, Louis did a great job.
You did too.
And
Thank you for being
we'll
here.
see you in the next episode. What do you think the poll should be?
Ooh. What's your favorite cryptid? We'll,
Okay,
we'll choose like the top few.
Yeah, all right. What is your favorite? There's only 2. So, all right, we'll do.
Wait, then we can do a few more.
You can do multiple polls?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
No,
So,
no, there is only 2.
okay.
Okay.
So, we'll say believe in ghosts or no ghosts?
Yeah, okay, you believe in ghosts or
Legitimate.
no
Okay,
ghosts?
all right. So, guys, everybody, thank you for listening. Next week.
Next week?
All right,
Next
guys.
podcast.
I'll talk to you.
Goodbye.